Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Our name is Igbo ekene mụ na ekene m ikwu kene ibe kene olu kene Igbo kene ndị ichie si nke echi ya zelu. So today this is Ezekiel podcast like you all know, and I'm your host Dwayne Chinedu'm. So today I want us to, there's a news in the blog, as in there's a news making rad that as you all know, that Nigeria have formally dumped dollar. That Nigeria have formally dumped dollar. When the news broke, it was amazing. On our much, it was very very funny because this is what we've been saying. This is what we've been saying. I mind you, this is a Zico podcast anyway. So when you it's more like an institution. When you come with your common sense, your pen and your jotter, so you can be able to connect the dot and understand what is going on. I've told our people in the past that that all these things are all pointing to one direction: the new world order. The new world order. Look at what BRICS, what is going on with BRICS. BRICS already have 25% of the global GDP. So these are politics that we cannot ignore, because as we speak now, it is beyond politics. It is a war. We have to say it the way it is. It is a military, a diplomatic, and economical war. That is what what BRICS is pushing against the Western powers. These things are facts that are there staring to our face, but for one reason or the other, we've choose to ignore them. But let's not digress anyway. The fact, let's so if you jam most of this news, if you jam most of this news for a news outlet, or then they read them for MTN or for channels or whichever of your news source where you jam, go understand the implication. Go understand what it means. That's why today I want us to dissect it. I want us to look critically into it and understand what is going on. Make we know they carried away. Let's understand what is going on. Let's understand what is going on. Let's understand what is going on is quite important. If you ask them now, they go tell you say that it is a move by the CBN to stabilize naira and the rest of them. And I'll tell you, say say CBN paid 7 billion debt to Nigeria owed the other day. All those fancy garbage, yes, not true bets. All those things na distraction, because if me and you believe said everything we get advantage get disadvantage, we should think circumspectly. We should weigh these things on both end, so that we could be able to make advanced and critical decisions that will better our lives. Look at what is going on. Nigeria have formally dumped dollar. I told you people in the past broadcast that the aim, what, look at what is going on globally. BRICS is using military, diplomatic, and economical war against the Western powers. Go and do your research. Go and look at. Let's not be swayed away with things that is not important, because the world is gradually moving into anarchy. I'm telling you the truth. There will be chaos in no distance time. Look at just yesterday, the Russian foreign minister was in a meeting with the leader of Burkina Faso. Today in Burkina Faso, in Mali, and in Niger, they are now military. Russia have influenced so much. Russia's influence have been so much. Meanwhile, this is to show you that BRICS is already gaining influence in Africa. And mind you, Nigeria have already placed their interest in joining BRICS. This month, this very month, this October, what we do now, the BRICS nation are having their conference in Russia this very month, and Nigerians have renewed their interest in joining BRICS. They are formally joined BRICS because abandoning dollar. That is the key. Yes, it's true that Naira will gain one or two relevant, but we have to also consider the implications of all these things. We have to also consider the implications of all these things. We have to also consider the implications of all this. If Nigeria is joining BRICS now, it means that Nigeria will be signatory to will be in support and we align with all BRICS standard regarding global politics, which will stem their already treaties and agreements with the West, thereby making us vulnerable for attack. We are praised for these people to devour us. You don't understand what is going on. These are the implications. That's why most of these things are things we have to be consulted and consider critically before taking actions. Nigeria don't they consider to join, but they don't abandon dollar already. I told you people that this thing, this war, whether you like it or not, we are included. We are included, but it is imperative and important that we understand what is going on. All the okay, our people what are on. It is imperative and important we understand what is going on, because all these things are pointing to war. I'm telling you the truth. This is Ezekiel Podcast. We must not. We can never hinder. We can never hide the truth from you. It is war. It is already happening. Look at what is happening in Russia. Look at what is with Russia and Ukraine. Look at what is happening with Iran, Israel, and the rest of them. BRICS is already pursuing an economical war against the West. It is war, even though say the war no affect us here, but it is also important we understand what is going on so that we can build and chart a better life for ourselves. Because if we not even understand what they go on, there are critical stages, there are critical points that we have to consider. About joining BRICS with the problem, there are critical areas we have to consider. Mind you, if they are presenting you with all this fancy garbage that is going to stabilize an era and also bring down the growth of dollar, because Nigeria is already selling dollar in auction. They are already embodying Dangote monopoly, because Dangote is now buying the crude oil. You see how it works. Dangote now is now buying the crude and now supplying Nigeria with gas and the rest of them. Embodying Dangote monopoly. We don't even want to go to that extent down, but I want us to understand the very implication of all these decisions and global politics happening around the world. Let's not be ignorant of what's happening. And we should also bear in mind, one of the key things to consider is that most of these countries that makes up BRICS are not a democratic regimes. It is very, very important to consider that, or a very, very key section. You can see that most of them are not democratic regimes. No, before my mouth, we go there, yes, or okra the draw, because now most of these countries are not democratic regimes. Most of the new members are with the Arabic, United Arab Emirates, some countries in Africa, most of Islamic and Arabic countries, Saudi Arabia and the rest, even Iran, have joined BRICS. And these people are some people may be asking, how does the Koniasi affect our people? It affect very much. Awakening to what is happening. It is very, very important that we are awakened to this political event that is going on around the globe, so that mgbe ihe ọbụla ga-eme ka ọ ghara ịbịa anyị na mberede, ka anyị kpakọọ onwe anyị ọnụ na onwe ego dị ihe ga-eme. Bet even in their same global alliance that is being propagated by the BRICS, need a strong leadership from Africa. That is why I'm even doubting that Nigeria can be able to meet the British economical and economical standard and policy and the rest of them, because they need the strong or blow with these people that don't know how to make good policies and decisions. Now it's in danger our life. Apart from that, the man political decision na politics they diversified. Na religion book key section of the politics, and a BRICS a section of intercontinental nations propagating towards common goal. Lubo ka propagate here new world order, thereby end up world power from America. But only use to the layman understanding. They want to actually make sure that America brought the world power. About their interest, about their aim, about drive towards. And now use three approach. Agwa moving for no economical. The key factor can bring the West economically. America the West economically. I'm actually the West militaries okwago. I want America support Trump because Trump has what it takes. And that most of these people with the agenda to depopulate the world. I thought maybe I go too far. Obriye ni kan choye Kuba. Obriye ni kan choye Kuba. Anya amaru no sima anya afeta sindi bobu na. Onye maye, nwa maye na egbu egburu nne ya. Onye na amara ihe egburu nne egbu ya. Ga check ye history. Onwebero mgbe mo America strike Islamic State, mo Islamic State strike America. Onwebe mgbe anyo abudi Igbo Saudi bear the brunt here in Nigeria, because how mana anyo na stop the total Islamization of West Africa. Oburu ihe niile ka ga abia kuwa. Go and check it during the 9/11. Go and make sure. Go and ask your parents. Most of us go and ask our parents. God draw your parents. I believe that most of our parents are enlightened. And now in their own time, most of these events are happening. Our people are being attacked in the north, in various cities across Nigeria. We've been attacked. And history has a very funny way to repeat itself. We must be conscious of history. That is why I too much carried away. This political distance mega say I know it's not ye mad ga na akeri. Imara on yana about global politics. Imana yana about global politics. Onye nke amabede. Imana yana about non-Igbo. God consider the fact non-Igbo bien now stop the Islamization of the entire West Africa. Imaro na the Islamic State we go they lay down plan to dip the Quran inside the Atlantic Ocean, which no plan go stop her. And these are member countries of the BRICS. In one way or the other, we must not be ignorant of the inevitable. That's the truth. Oye na yon de bay. Sibiko do. Na yema akwa na Nigeria join ya BRICS now. Ha go come between most of their treaties and agreements with the West. And even Nigeria be a Western colonial country. So kaina water the danger of the time we are in. That is what I'm trying to say. News confuse. Obo kita ka na achi bia me one nonsense damage control that can put our lives in danger. Umenda na maybe nonsense damage control that can put our lives in danger because they are the one that impoverish the country. They are the one that don't want to enable people that has what it takes to be there. This is Seziku podcast, by the way. I believe that the word is enough for a while. For the wise. They won.